On Candid with Karl, my guest is the esteemed Dr. Vivek G. Mendonsa, Marketing Director of Lawrence Mayo. As a departure from the norm, I want to share with you, the audience, how I met Vivek. I was at this conference and I had gone there specifically to the Hotel Central Park to meet with the Dr. Mendonsa because I figured he could be an important member at our pageants. I go to this meeting, just a brief hello, and I'm thinking that I will talk with him in detail once the show ends, which was at 9:30 in the morning. At about 9 o'clock, he gets up and says, guys, I've got to rush for a meet. And he leaves the hall. So I quickly excused myself, ran after him, and told him, Dr. Mendonsa, my name is Karl Mascarenas, and I've come here specifically to meet you. So we must have exchanged cards, a total of maybe 40 seconds in interaction, and then off he went. Well, this was 5 years ago. From then to now, we've had the most fantastic relationship, both personally and professionally, because Lawrence and Mayo have been at as associates for every one of Diva pageant endeavors. Well, Vivek, welcome to Candid with Karl.
Thank you, Karl. Cheers. And looking forward to a really candid and fun interview.
Wonderful. Now, let's take you back in time to where you originated from.
So I'm born and brought up in Mumbai.
Right.
Went to, I think, one of the best schools, Campion High School, run by Jesuits.
Right.
Went to college, Sydenham College. And then my brother-in-law, who's also Vivek Nadurkar and Michelle, suggested I come to Pune and do a diploma in optometry.
Wow.
So I landed in Pune in 1992, 22 years of age.
So you always had a keen eye, huh?
Yes, that's right. I went to a very conservative, but Jan Prabhupada has got the best results in Pune,
Right.
both academically and culturally and sports.
Right.
And then I went to Symbiosis after that. So my milk teeth have all fallen off, Karl, in Pune. I was here for about 9 years.
Right. Right. So it's good that you went into eyewear and you didn't get because your teeth had fallen off. You'll probably have to see come on the dentist here. But then how, Vivek, did your foray happen into a place like Lawrence and Mayo?
So I come from the family which runs Lawrence and Mayo. I'm the third generation there. And between 1987 to 92, 5 years in college, my father said, no coming to the office or to the showrooms. You have to work elsewhere.
Right.
So I did at Sydenham. I did a lot of summer jobs working for Rasna Cold Drinks, Apollo Tires, Orchid Curtains, and all sorts of things. Thanks to my girlfriend at that time and now wife who pushed me into these things.
Oh, so you've known Swani for way back then. Huh?
So Swani is my sweetheart, 16.
See.
First girlfriend.
Knowing you, I thought you would have had 7 sweethearts by now.
That's after camera record.
Yeah. But you know, Vivek, I think the good spouse, as in like in my case is Sanjana, is very, very important to give you that impetus and the drive as you push forward in life. So, I mean, like kudos to both, Suhani and to Anjana. But more to the point, how then did you decide to venture into different avenues at Lawrence and Mayo?
So I started right at the bottom. Really, I don't want to give glamorizes and all. I was like the office boy of the company.
Right.
And in our family, we don't put anyone in one department for, say, 3 weeks or 3 months.
Oh, you settled that all the time.
Yes. So we spent 3 years in each and every department. And after 9 years, you're good enough to then see which department you can really add value and joy.
This is such a fantastic system because they have this in hotels.
Yes.
So they only do it for about a month or so, where you're put into different departments, housekeeping or room service or banquets. And then you get a kind of an overall knowledge of how the hotel runs.
Yes.
Then you can stick with one particular thing that you're competing with.
That's right. And Pune was a great avenue for me, a great city. When I came here, the population was only 16 lakhs.
Right.
Today it's over 1 crore and 10 lakhs.
Yes.
And I did many firsts. So I launched my first branch in Goli Road, Shivaji Nagar, which was just opposite Balgandharva.
Right.
And then I also started the first degree college in Maharashtra at Bharati Vidyapet.
Wow.
So between 96 to 98, I went to Kathraj, Dankavadi practically every day for 2 years of my life.
Right.
And of course, today it's a huge street, a huge avenue with a lot of traffic, maybe over 5,000 vehicles per hour.
Wow.
But at that time, it was a charm. I had the opportunity to work with Patang Rao Kadam,
Right.
Shivaji Rao Kadam, his brother, and many people like Dr. V.N. Karandikar.
Right.
And we started the first degree College of Optometry in Pune at Bharati Vidyapet.
Now, as an aside from optometry, when you started out, how many branches did you all have, and how many branches are now Lawrence and Mayo grown to?
We had 5 branches of Lawrence Mayo. Then it went
Just 5, huh?
just 5 all over the country. That was in Delhi, Calcutta, Mumbai, Bangalore, and Chennai.
Right.
Then
And
it went
did
to
you
9.
always conceive of it as a national brand?
Yes,
Something
my
which
father and his brothers always conceived it as a national brand.
Right.
And we grew brick by brick, step by step.
Right.
I think we first went to Sikandrabad in 1979.
Okay.
Then 84 in Santa Cruz, and we came to Pune in 1986.
And you have multiple branches.
Yes, we have multiple branches in Pune.
And Vivek, what was the genesis? I know, for example, Lawrence and Mayo is the name that you go for in eyewear.
Yes.
But obviously, the creation of a brand takes time. It takes a lot of belief, self-belief. Then you have to get your employees to buy into the system. So how were you able to solidify this brand?
See, we have had a rich legacy. We've had the Queen of England, 1923, our client. We are a multinational with branches all over the world.
Right.
And then the Indian operations were consolidated by my grandfather, my father, and his brothers.
Right.
And we've had Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Nehru, Rabindranath Tagore, J.R.D. Tata, G.D. Birla, Narayan Murthy, Sudha Murthy, all my clients. So it's been a very solid base.
Wow.
And then maintaining the reputation. So none of our outlets, 100 plus outlets, are franchise.
Yeah.
They are all company owned and company operated.
There's this great one talking about Mahatma Gandhi, about just when you thought that Steve Jobs made it scientific, Harry Potter made it magical, and John Lennon made it musical, Mahatma Gandhi started the trend. Those are the round glasses.
Absolutely.
And since it was Lawrence Mayo, that's where it all probably started from.
Absolutely. So we won a poster competition in the advertising club where we showed the picture of 4 people, Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Nehru, Rabindranath Tagore, J.R.D. Tata. And we had just one line, helping visionaries see better since 1877.
Wow, helping visionaries see better. Wonderful, yes, wonderful. I think this is a thing not only for the company like yours, which is an eyewear, but it's a great barometer for people across the world and across proficiencies to improve their vision.
Yes.
The sight is one thing, but your vision has to extend way beyond what you can see. What do you attribute your own vision as it developed in?
So I've had a lot of mentors in the company, internal mentors and external mentors.
Right.
And with changing time, we've always sort of changed with the time, be it fashion, trend, colors, choice of material and things like that. And I think Bollywood has played a very huge role in our country. There are more than 300 films which come out each year. The youth of the country and as well as the regular people who absorb Bollywood, they love to copy the fashion sense,
Right.
the dress sense, the colors from Bollywood.
Ape what the current style
Yes,
is.
and that is also impacted with Hollywood because I think the 2% of India, urban rich, they love watching Hollywood films.
Yes.
And if a Hollywood star or actor, actresses were wearing a particular color in their clothes, jacket, eyewear, or sunglasses, it directly impacts our business positively.
Yes, wonderful. Now, eyewear is such a craze. And I remember way back when my father used to wear these thick black glasses. And, when the rimless things came out, I took these old pair and gave it, I don't know, I hope it was a Lawrence and Mayo outlet. I don't know, I don't remember which one. But when I got it to him back, and I told him, Dad, you can wear, he was a very good-looking man. He wore it. I mean, he stood transfixed in front of the mirror for a couple of minutes, not realizing how much of a difference spectacles or glasses make to your face. And I think, the key, Vivek, we spend so much of our time in the gym and so much of our time enhancing ourselves. Maybe it's a great leverage for Lawrence and Mayo. But if you also augment the glasses that you wear, I mean, they completely transform you.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. Let me go back to R.K. Lakshman, Balasaheb Thackeray, your father,
Right.
Mulk-Raj Anand. They all, Justice Bhaktawar later, they wore black frames,
Yeah.
black frames with lenses. So that was the trend at that time.
Right.
And it went on for several decades.
Yeah.
If you want to be the intelligentsia
Yes.
of India, you wore black glasses.
Right.
The trends have changed now. You see the color and rimless and transparent colors which I'm wearing. Right. So every few years, a few months now, there's a new change.
Right.
See, you put up a beautiful painting, and if it doesn't have a nice portrait, that painting is purposeless or aimless.
Right.
So people don't realize. I'm a unique gentleman. For Navratri, I have 9 pairs of glasses and with 9 pairs of suits.
Wow.
Depending on the color of the day, I change my suit as well as my spectacles to send a strong message to the world
Right.
that you should match your clothes with your spectacles and vice versa, and including sunglasses.
And when you wear photochromatic lenses, the colors change even more.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
No, I'm amazed today, Vivek. When it started, it just had the grey and the brown.
Yes.
Now you have greens and olives
Blues and everything like that.
absolutely. So the whole concept today of eyewear, it actually elevates your status in life.
Absolutely. Let me talk about girls and boys who go for interviews who have a zero prescription or number,
Right.
and they wear spectacles to look more serious in front of the interviewer.
Yes.
So, it gives you a polished, professional look and makes you look that, yes, you're serious about the
And like you rightly said earlier, it can either give you an intellectual look, it can give you a more humorous look, or a
Absolutely.
more fashionable look, depending on the color and the frame that you choose.
Karl, you know that some of the discotheques which are there in India, the people wear sunglasses in the night.
Oh yeah. Most stars, they do it as a habit. I mean, you
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes. So it carries, and you got different hues. You got gradient tints. You got pink is a new touch. Light blue is also a new touch, which people are going for these colors.
Wonderful. Vivek, if you talk about eyewear, how has it impacted the nation?
I think we are 145 crores, 1.45 billion.
Right.
And eyewear is basically now restricted, unfortunately, to about 300 to 400 cities in India.
Right.
India is a nation of about 618,000 villages.
Right.
So eyewear has to go to the
Permeate down to the grassroots level.
Because today they have got dish TV,
Right.
they have got their mobiles. Earlier they had limited reading work, writing work.
Right.
And the farmer today is much well off compared to the last 35 or 40 years. So the economy, what all our politicians and leaders have done, has really permeated into the rural areas. And eyewear should not be, it's like going to a doctor.
Right.
Only the rich shouldn't afford the
No,
doctor.
it's a necessity. I mean, it's an absolute necessity.
Absolutely, yeah.
And with the change in trends, obviously you get more fashionable. This is the biggest statement that you wear permanently, Vivek. Lots of people invest in jackets, invest in watches, which you may change.
Yes.
Your eyewear normally is consistent.
Yes.
So, especially when you're wearing expensive eyewear.
Yes.
When your numbers go up and stuff, obviously the pair of spectacles that you wear becomes expensive. So you have to wear it 24 hours of the day except when you sleep. True. Many people don't really realize this.
Yes.
Instead of another jacket, they could probably go for another pair of spectacles and look even better or look different.
Absolutely.
What are, Vivek, your other interests in life?
Other interests, I'm a serial networker. I love meeting people.
Right.
You'd be shocked to know, Karl, I meet about 900 to 1,200 people every month. So I get invited to a lot of conventions,
Right.
conferences, meetings and things like that. I'm also a corporate connection member.
I know you're a major keynote speaker also.
Yes, that's right. And then that's one oxygen. I am a vivid book reader, be it on Kindle or hard copy.
Right.
And then in the last 5 years, I've been put in our engineering division.
Right.
So looking after right from drones to land serving equipment to medical equipment.
Right.
It's a new challenge. I've been in the company for the last 33 years.
Right.
And in the 25th year, my finance director and my uncle, Michael Mendonsa, recommended that I move to the instrument division to take on some new challenges.
Right.
So, so I'm always full of activity, full of challenges, and love to solve problems.
Wonderful. Now, drones is a new buzzword.
Yes.
I mean, drones are something that most photographers and videographers use today, especially at destination weddings. Tell us in a nutshell, how a drone can enhance your portfolio.
So drones are various types.
Right.
You have the famous DG Phantom thing. Government of India has banned actually drones to be imported into the country.
Yes.
Because we've got 300 startups
Right.
in the ecosystem. They are building drones. We have got Idea Forge, which has done very well.
Right.
Lawrence Mayo has been into the drone business since the last 9.5 years. We won an award also
Oh, I see.
for it.
And I believe you'll have some very high value drones.
Yes. So we recently got the rotor drone from Germany, which is built in Ambala.
Right.
And we are actually deploying it flights for 90 minutes compared to a normal drone of 25 minutes.
What's one flight
For 90
for
minutes.
90 minutes? That's
Yes,
wow.
yes.
Wow.
Our drones are being used by Government of India and state government to survey new parcels of land, to survey existing, because The revenue department gets revenue from income tax, GST, and from the property tax, commercial property tax and personal property tax, which we pay. And during lockdown, a lot of people had added a room or a bedroom or a new facility, and they're not paying additional property tax on it.
Right.
So the revenue department is doing lots of surveys, land surveys as we call them, to actually give you updated records. So in the last few years, whenever you went to register a flat or a property, everything was done digitally.
Correct.
So the government has a very strong hold on how many properties are there, who's the owner, who's the tenant, and everything like that. And everything is going towards the Honorable Prime Minister's mission of everything being digitized.
Wonderful, wonderful. Vivek, now I know there's a certain license requirement also.
Yes.
When you use a drone, for usage of a drone, do you envisage that these will be dispensed with or they'll dissipate over the period of time? The usage becomes more?
I don't think, see, the DGI is, that's the Department of Commercial Aviation, is putting a cap because, you know, we are surrounded by a few countries who always want to know what we are doing. Security is definitely a
security breaches like
yes, that's right. So, and we don't want young kids who have not been taught on how to fly a drone, buying a drone and crashing it and wasting their parents' money.
Correct.
So,
and what is the average cost of a drone?
A drone can cost from, say, 60,000 to a couple of lakhs of rupees.
Wow.
You know, you have drones which just fly up to 15 meters, 20 meters, 50 meters. Depends on the use.
And the super drone that you talked about, it goes up to what?
It goes up to 240 meters.
Wow. So your coverage is way bigger. And I guess for destination weddings, when you're covering a large crowd or convocations, conventions, this can really show you the entire congregation that is gathered.
So we have a DigiSky platform. It's an app where when you have no permission, no takeoff, but those are the rules and regulations. When there is a VIP movement, or there is the Republic Day or Independence Day, or there is some defense establishment of the government of India, they want to secure themselves. Because a lot of illegal drones from neighboring countries come into India. Many people are not aware of that. And the government is really working hard to see how much of data has been stolen from our country, which IP addresses they've been uploaded to. So forensic on crash drones is a big subject and a great opportunity for youngsters to join the forensic institutes of our country and help the government in this endeavor.
Vivek, there are several budding doctors. Do you feel that people or budding doctors need to go overseas for better education in getting their doctorates? Or is the government doing enough in India towards this?
Karl, that's a fantastic question. I think after COVID was a huge wake-up call for the central government and state government. Government of India is planning 200 new hospitals across the country. Small cities, small towns, even where the population is just 10 lakhs. So our students don't have to worry their parents and spend precious foreign exchange and go abroad and study. So a time will come, we have to hold on for the next 8 to 10 years, but there will be enough of MBBS colleges in India, and the students will have world-class facilities. I can tell you so many foreign students come and study in India because of the number of different unique cases which they see. So we are keeping our fingers crossed at Links Lawrence Mayo, which supplies a lot of equipment to the MBBS colleges, including the Army hospital here, is encouraging parents and children to get and become doctors, because after all, education and medical are two fields which will always grow and are ever growing.
Vivek, you are a philanthropist. You are a man with several ventures. Other than Lawrence and Mayo, what are your other ventures that really excite you?
So I've been a trustee of Mendonsa Foundation, which is a 29-year-old public trust. And we have been doing some path-breaking work which is there. And it is not just
field?
In the field of healthcare, education, helping economically challenged people. What we identify, we are not a check-giving public trust. Me, my wife, and the other trustees, we actually visit the end users, or we send someone from our team. We have a vast team of 870 people, to actually understand. Let me give you an example. We have the leading H.V. Desai College of Optometry in Mohammadwadi in Pune. They had the best facility, and they still doing more than 200 operations, eye operations a day. They had a very good school of optometry, but they lack students.
Right.
It is the awareness which Lawrence Mayo Mendonsa Foundation created, and we could get them today. They're running full, and thanks to Colonel Madan Deshpande, it's a world-class institute.
Right.
So we identify certain areas. The new subject, Karl, which we are really working on, is the lack of engineers in the civil engineering space. Everyone's talking about Pune and in Mumbai about the new metros.
Right.
But I can tell you, Government of India is really challenged in the public-private partnerships. We have lack of MBAs, young boys and girls joining, especially if they are civil engineers or mechanical engineers, because all the equipment, all those civil construction equipment require site supervisors, civil engineers to use it. You can't just sit on a desktop with a yellow helmet and just see presentations on the computer. You need to visit the sites.
Right.
And Pune has grown phenomenally. And the number of metro stations were coming. My kudos to the PMC, Pune Municipal Corporation, PCMC, for doing a fabulous job, and our guardian minister. And I'm sure they are trying to make life for every citizen better.
Yes.
So this is my mission, is to create an awareness, telling parents, telling career guidance specialists, there's a huge shortage of talent in our industry, in civil engineering. Please rejoin it and really have a fabulous career.
Very, very important message for the youth. Vivek, now with this latest spurt in Lasik surgery,
Yes.
do you feel that, with the whole idea of doing, your operation is to stop wearing spectacles?
Yes.
Do you foresee sometime in the foreseeable future where Lawrence and Mayo or the eyewear business get affected?
No. It's been Lasik, PRK, and all have been around since the last 35 to 40 years.
Right.
It's a Russian invention.
Right.
See, there are people who can't lead a normal life.
Right.
Who have to have the spectacles on when they're having a shower or a bath. So for such people with minus, say, 22, 25, minus 30, they have to, if they get rid of their spectacles using the latest treatment,
Right.
they should go for it. Going to a good ophthalmologist who's got good experience in doing this precision operation is a must. Do your due diligence, read the reviews of past patients and do it. It will not affect the spectacle business or the contact lens business because the market is really huge.
So, and like you rightly said, in the villages it's still very nascent.
Absolutely.
So the permeation time frame that it takes will
65% of our country lives in the villages.
villages.
Right.
Yes. So that's where you have all your next Lawrence and Mayo outlets now.
That's right.
Vivek, as we come to a close,
Yes.
Vivek G. Mendonsa is a man with many hats.
Yes.
What is your legacy that you'd like to leave behind?
The legacy, Karl, is, an organization like a Japanese winery or a distillery which is 1500 years old in Japan.
Right.
And once you have got your credo, your vision statement in place, your corporate governance in place, there's no reason why an organization cannot continue.
Right.
Lawrence and Mayo is the cusp of its 150th year.
Wow.
We are now 148th year. I'm the third generation. My nephew Rajiv Nadurkar has already joined. My son Jay has already joined. And other family members will join. We have got a lot of professional managers. So the business may change.
Right.
Or the areas of business or specialization may change. But the goodwill of this institution, it's no more company. It's no more brand. It's an institution. People say we are an institution.
Right.
Will continue for decades ahead. So I think that's the legacy, what I'm working towards, what my father and my uncles all trained me for, and my other directors, is to carry on this legacy and give it its best.
Wonderful. So there is an institution that I'm within an institution.
Thank you.
The institution of Vivek G. Mendonsa. Wonderful, wonderful having this conversation with you, Vivek. And long may you and Lawrence and Mayo flourish.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, Karl.